Hello everyone, this is Dr. P. Mary Anupama, Head of the Department of Biochemistry, St. Joseph's College for Women, here with the topic Role of Synapses in Communication. The contents that we'll be studying today are basic introduction, next ensuring unidirectional transmission, integration of signals, modulation of signal strength, synaptic plasticity, conversion of electrical to chemical signals, filtering and selection of signals, coordination between neurons and effector cells, then facilitation of reflexes and rapid responses, followed by synchronization and network activity. Let us understand what is a synapse or what are synapses and their role in communication. Synapses, these are specialized junctions and these allow communication between neuron and the other neuron or neuron and an effector cell. So these synapses, they transmit signals through either chemical neurotransmitters or even electrical coupling. Synapses, these are always in dynamic state and these are the dynamic sites where signals they can be amplified, inhibited or even modified, integrated and regulated also. So this allows integration of multiple incoming signals for a coordinated response. And synapses, they play an important role in learning, memory and cognitive functions. Overall, we see that synapses, they regulate and ensure precise control of nervous system activities. Role of synapses in ensuring unidirectional transmission. This is one of the most important roles of synapse, that is to maintain one-way flow of information, or we call it as one-way transmission of nerve impulses. The neurotransmitters, these are released only from the presynaptic neuron, the presynaptic membrane, that from that alone we get the neurotransmitter release. And we see that the receptors which receive these neurotransmitters, these are exclusively located on the postsynaptic membrane. So here we see that there is a structural polarity which is maintained to ensure unidirectional flow of information. And this is very much essential for organized neural circuits and proper reflex action functioning. Role in integration of signals. So these neurons, they receive multiple inputs simultaneously from different synapses. So the inputs, they may be excitatory, which cause depolarization, or they may be inhibitory also, which prevent it from excitation. So here, as the nerve impulse, it is initiated at the axon hillock, the depolarization is initiated at the axon hillock. The signals, they are integrated through spatial or even temporal summation. And these synapses, they act as decision makers. So we have decision making sites that determine if threshold has reached. So this integration, it enables generation of action potentials and processing of complex informations. Role in modulation of signal strength. Synapses, they regulate the intensity and the strength of signals. So this modulation, it occurs through various means which include variation in neurotransmitter release, number and sensitivity of receptors, and even the frequency of impulses. Such flexibilities, these allow fine tuning of responses, enabling the nervous system to adapt to different stimuli as well as conditions. Role in synaptic plasticity, that is learning and memory. Synapses, These have the remarkable ability to change their strength and efficiency over time, a property which we call it as the synaptic plasticity. So we have long-term potentiation, LPT, which is for strengthening of synapses with repeated use. Then long-term dispersion or depression, which is LTD. So this is nothing but weakening of synapses when they are less active. So these changes, that is long-term potentiation, that is strengthening, and long-term depression, that is weakening. These changes, they form the biological basis of learning, memory, and experience-dependent behavior. Conversion of electrical to chemical signals. At the synapse, the electrical impulses, these are converted into chemical signals and then again back to electrical signals in the next cell. So this conversion, it is taking place because of the neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters, these act as the chemical messengers between the neurons. So these carry the chemical signals which are then converted to electrical signals. This allows amplification of the signals whenever it is required. Then it also provides multiple points for regulation and modulation of transmission. So the synapse or the synapses, they enable interaction between different cell types and they ensure effective signal transformation, filtering and selection of signals. Synapses, these act as filters and they allow only important signals to pass. Inhibitory synapses, these block weak or any irrelevant signals. And this is selective transmission. So such selective transmission, it prevents what is known as overload on the neurons. And this ensures efficient neural circuit functioning. Coordination between neurons and effector cells. Synapses, these enable communication not only between the neurons but also between the neurons and one is muscles, the other one is glands. So with the muscles we have the neuromuscular junctions. So at the neuromuscular junctions, the impulse is transmitted through the synapse leading to contraction. And when the neurons send the signals to the glands, where in the junctions we call them as neuroglandular junctions, this leads to release of secretions by the glands. So this role, it is very essential for converting neural signals into physical actions and it generates physiological responses. Facilitation of reflexes and rapid responses. So at the reflex arc, the synapse, it allows quick transmission of impulse between the sensory and motor neurons. Although synaptic transmission introduces a slight delay, which we call it as the synaptic delay during transmission, it ensures proper routing and coordination of signals. So it enables quick, protective, and survival responses in the body. Synchronization and network activity. Through multiple interconnected synapses, neurons form complex networks. So synapses, these help in coordinating rhythmic activities like the breathing, synchronizing neuronal firing, and supporting higher brain functions like thinking as well as emotions. Let us summarize what we have studied. Synapses, these are vital functioning units of the nervous system. They ensure one-way transmission of nerve impulse. Synapses, they integrate and modulate multiple incoming signals. They enable learning and memory through synaptic plasticity, and synapses link neuronal activity to body response. They ensure precise, adaptable, and efficient neural communication. Recommended books for further study include Guyton and Hall Textbook of Medical Physiology, Essentials of Medical Physiology by K. Sembulingam and Prema Sembulingam, or Human Anatomy and Physiology by Elaine and Merab et al. Or you can study Review of Medical Physiology by Barrett, Susan, or this is the Indian other one, Textbook of Medical Biochemistry and Physiology by M. N. Chatterjee and Rana Shinde. Thank you.